Oh god.
You were saying?
The two of us have failed.
Yeah, no, I was trying to use heal and fucked up dodging.
Going. Go. He's
The fuck is he doing?
he's going somewhere.
Did he just fuck off into the storm?
Yeah. A visitor. Now this is yeah, because you have the combined power of fuck you outside your gate in a coliseum in 11 different ways. What do you mean this is a visitor? You clearly didn't want them. So walk me through that thought process, you dick.
See how many shots I missed. Because I didn't see them. Oh my god. Saw his silhouette and I...
Look at this.
Dinner's ready.
Cassidy?
Was it Cassie?
Cassie, please! Stop complaining and eat your fucking bowl!
Eat your bowl.
We all...
Leg.
Look, we prepared this nice bowl for you. Now bite down on it.
Not good. I'm right next to a hawk.
I'll come save you.
I got a stupid amount of distance away.
Dude, there was so many sirens, like blasting past like my house right now. I'm not sure how audible they are, but you know, that's a really interesting thing. They don't sound like siren, they all just kind of sound the same to me. But something. I'm gonna assume, considering the weather, might just be something hit someone or something. Oh, actually, wait, hold up. Hold up, actually, I need to call someone who I know in the area who actually went out in the last hour. Hold up, I need to call my sibling real quick. that little shit's fucking fine. Okay. I don't know what to expect in this game, and I know I say that a lot, but the name is here actually. Let's take a look together, shall we? The game is called Girls Make Pudding. Hold up. I'm just trying to... My display is not working. There we go. It's called Girls Make Pudding, which implies cooking to some extent. However, when there's nobody there to see you, you disappear. In Girls Made Pudding, two girls tour a series of towns that people have disappeared from. Follow them on the road as they find out the mysteries of this world. In most games, you're always trying to reach a destination. In Girls Made Pudding, everything happens during the journey. Nothing will happen if you stay where you are, and the more you travel, the more dialogue you'll get. Keep the bike moving in the girls shedding, and eventually you'll unfold the story's mysteries. That sounds like a threat. Gathering and cooking. While you're traveling, you'll find ingredients you can cook with. Eating those dishes will lead to new dialogue branches for the two girls. Dialogue seems to be something. This game seems to take a very third-person perspective. Hunger and sleep. The story. When the story see you disappeared, it's weird. It's been like this for a while now, almost half a year. The story started with Subi's wish. I want to eat that pudding again. Oh, the title does have meaning. She and Nakomi go on a bike trip, traveling around the town while looking for ingredients and meeting new people. Little by little, they start understanding what happened to the world until they keep traveling and they keep looking at each other lest they disappear. So this is just object permanence. Actually, this is just straight up object permanence, the game. That's hilarious. If object permanence was a threat, hold up. That's what I'm gonna change the title to. How do you spell permanence? There it is. Object permanence, the game. And that's just what we're going with. And that's just what we're going with. Hold up, can I change this? We'll switch this on YouTube as well. Alright. I'm not gonna waste any more time. Let's get into this. So, this looks like a survival game, at least to me. From what I've seen of it, it reminds me very vividly of a survival game, which excites me because we haven't played a good survival game on the channel for a while. So, you know, just a little excited. Okay, let's not have that as a display capture, I think. Oh, do I have to window capture it? I think I do. I think it wants me. I gotta have to use a window capture. Yes. Okay. Yes. You can see next to my lovely tentacles. There's just the loading screen. Or something that resembles it. Music, sound effects, text speed, auto scroll, 3D graphics, normal, full screen. This doesn't seem like a game that'll kill my GP. It would be really unfortunate if this game killed my CPU or GPU. Okay. Main episode 1, Road to Beginnings. Mouse is supposed to just a camera. Okay. Oh. Can I do off-roading? I can't do off-roading. Oh, wait. Yeah, cabbage. The ghost of walking the bike's handlebars must have found it just as boring as I did. So much space under that huge sky, and the two of us were just so close. And up there in the sky, I found 2 black boards. A few sunrays managed to dodge both clouds and fall boards. Unlike all the places that I've recently far outside, the fawn must have always been like that. I'd never seen this place before, but it reminded me of my hometown in the countryside. In the country, not countryside. To unlock, cook a meal, blackboards. To unlock, cook a meal, countryside, hometown. By that point, I didn't even pay attention to where I was anymore. We'd come way too far for that. New topic, Road to Beginnings. Open the inventory to cook. Okay. Choose 2 ingredients. Cabbage and fuel. Fuel is an ingredient. Safety energy. Sanity at the top left of the screen. You can see your sanity, satiety, energy, and sanity. If any of these goes down to 0, it's game over. You can fill them by cooking. Keep an eye on the parameters and cook. Okay, so it doesn't look like I can cook. F, cook. Let's see what I can cook up. This is delicious. All hail Caesar dressing. That's... Ugh. Episode. Hey, those boards. Huh? I tugged on her sleeve and she turned towards me. Anything interested in you? I feel like we look for ingredients, right? Okay, so it's a DBD skill check. There in the sky, see? Alright, well, schizophrenia is not a great start. Oh god, they're both schizophrenic. What kind of board do you think that is? I'm not an expert or anything, but I guess a crow. It's a good guess. I figured that she was probably right. I wonder if they're a couple. I only saw one board. I took another look at the sky, and sure enough, there was only one board. The schizophrenia is not consistent between the two. Maybe I got it wrong. No, it can't be. No, it can't be. I'm sure I saw 2 boards. Huh? Did they fuse into one or something? Maybe, or maybe one of them just flew away. Oh, fuel, lovely. You think boards have family squabbles? I think so. Wait, do boards even have family? Yes. Okay, maybe not. Maybe in a technical sense, yes. Oh. Tomato, flour, and salmon. You could. I feel like the tomato would be better. I don't. Cook. Oh, do I have to? I guess. Do birds even have families? What happens if we go this way? Who knows, but mama birds look after their chicks, I think. What do they do if they don't have chicks? Beats me. Cook to progress the story. Okay, so now I cook. See what you can cook up. I've also never had the buchamagay. Yeah, sure. That's what we're gonna call it, buchamagay. I've never had buchamagay before living by myself. I sure do love buchamagay. I'm probably butchering that. Where's that? Way west from here. I didn't know that. There's so much I don't know about you. Look for ingredients. Stay the night. I feel like we stay the night. It's too early to go to bed. Okay, it's too early to go to bed. We're actually making really good progress, apparently. Here, you know what? We'll get rid of this. I didn't know that. There's so much I don't know about you. I mean, you barely know anything about me. So I'm gonna learn more. I'm gonna learn more little by little from now on, right? I don't see why you would want to do that. It's called being friendly, dickhead. I thought you were serious about me. Like, dating to marry? Not dating! We're not dating, let alone for marriage. But isn't it weird spending all this time with someone you're not dating? You have a point. Did you have a point? Damn! That worked? Oh, that's awesome. I don't want to examine inside. You have a point. Did you have a boyfriend? Nope, never had one. I guess you do look like you don't care for dating. What about you? Oh, we can go this way. That's a secret. Wow, you are not good at this. Ooh, grown-ups and their secrets. Let's see what you can cook up. Guess I could make something else with these if I had a mini oven, but oh well, not too bad anyways. I refuse to believe that this gives us this much. It gives us 20 to mind. Even now, Suunbi doesn't know much about the girl in front of her, about Nikomi. She was more than an acquaintance, but not quite a friend. It probably was because they hadn't chosen to be with one another. They just found themselves together. There's a car blocking the road. They just found themselves together. They had no other option but to stick with each other. Would it be better if I were... Grim Scroll, my favorite. It's got that lovely purple color for that just... that extra bit of... sour mixed with spice, I guess. Would it be better if I wasn't here? Whoa, stop joking. You know I disappear. Yeah, I mean, would you rather disappear? That's scary. You don't want to disappear either, right? Right? You know, I could still have things left to do. Can't end it here. Things like... Oh no, I could have things left to do. Could. That's sad. So you're trying to find those things. We'll look for ingredients. I would like mackerel. I think we're gonna get rid of the koi powder. I kind of want the milk though. I think we throw away that. We throw away that. Yeah, we have that. Okay. So you're trying to find those things? Are you? Yeah. Are those cats? There's a gathering of cat. Yes, pet the cats. It increases our sanity. Yeah. Well, can't go and disappear yet then. Let's see what you can cook up. Oh, sashimi. I guess I could make something else with these, but if I had a mini oven, but oh well, not too bad anyways. I guess we're supposed to, if we can get a mini oven at some point. Did you have any siblings? Yup. Are they dead now? Wait, don't say it. I guess you had an older brother? That's right. My ideal pantry. Eggs, milk, and mackerel. Well, it's that fucking survival apocalypse type pantry. That's right. Is it that obvious? Kind of. I don't know. I could just tell. My turn. You. You are an only child. You know the to be fair, we've cooked like 7 meals so far, so they really just bingo. It's very obvious. Look for ingredients. Yeah, sure. So, if we need to cook a hamburger, and I don't think any of these could help with hamburger, let's take cocoa powder, because I think we can make chocolate milk. And we'll take brown sugar just for like a dish in the future. Bingo. It's really obvious. And we have hamburger recipe. We need a frying pan, minced meat, and anything. Anything is a very broad spectrum. Are you telling me I could put milk on my hamburger? And you could get condensed milk and preserve the fish through salt or fermentation. The eggs are screwed though. I think we've eaten so many meals. I think we'll be fine. It's really obvious. It is. Should I be offended? Nah, it just means you're free-spirited. Free-spirited, that sounds nice. Sounds vaguely like an insult. Here's the thing. To unlock, visit Empty Town. Let's visit Empty Town. So let's put milk and cocoa powder. And I guess brown sugar to make brown sugar milk. Ready to go. Okay. Never had that. I'm not unemployed. I am free-spirited. The bike was running through a small town street. Rows and rows of houses went by. But there wasn't a single person in sight. Any ideas for dinner? Girl driving the bike, Namoki slowed down just a little to speak. Oh, okay. Can we loot this? 20 mine, that's fine. Ooh! We need, for a hamburger, we need minced meat. Yeah, we got minced meat. A frying pan. We apparently have a frying pan, because we were able to cook that. And anything. I'm feasibly willing. Oh, actually, wait, hold up. Hi, Haley. Let me put myself over here so you guys can actually see the menu. Hi, we're going to vote. We're going to flip me horizontally. Hello, Haley. How are you? Behind us is soon be looked up. I'd like some pizza. Tired, how are you? I am pretty good. I'm doing pretty good today. I can't make pizza. Six salmon inside. Well, you asked me for ideas. Oh, come on, now I feel like pizza too. Maybe pizza isn't that unrealistic. We just need to try hard enough. I don't... No way, we'd have to start by building a brick oven. That's not impossible. As for some pizza, it doesn't have to be that authentic, you know? It actually really doesn't. It does. Flour, that's fine. That's fine. It does. Apparently. There goes our pizza. There goes our pizza dinner then. I can't make pizza. What you talk about doesn't matter. You're talking to a real person in a real world. Hold up. What's this car doing? What is this car doing? Get out of the way, Dex. I don't... Damn. How did you... How did this manage... Because your wheel... That bottom wheel isn't touching the ground. Oh, it's a frequent thing. Of course, had they been alone, this journey would be all but over already. Severe field of vision and vice versa. They must not stop looking at each other, not even for a second. That's right. Cooking a hamburger, we're gonna do that. I wonder what happens to people who disappear. Don't they just die? Maybe. Or maybe they just become invisible. That would be way better. But if nobody could see me and I were all alone, I think I'd end up dying anyway. Oh, wait, shit, we can't... Oh, wait. Fuck. There's just two of us. I think you would, though. We need to find a place. Sumi wondered what would happen if they were truly alone. She'd been wondering this time and time the last few months. Shit. Wait. We do! I think we just made that. Okay, so... Where the fuck did we get a pot? Where the fuck did we get a pot? What? We just found it? Okay. Not the topic. Big warehouse. Okay, so for Haley Need 2, so to see you guys in. But, so the premise of this game, from what I've recently understood, if these two ever stop looking at each other or just having them like in their field of view at any point for, I guess there's probably like a grace period of a period of time, they both just kind of disappear and cease to exist. I think. I just got given like this. I just got given. Thank you for my keys. Thank you. Yes, we have a pot now. I have a pot and boba. Oh shit. I've already spilled the boba. I've not had it for very long. But I need to mix this real quick. Cause I get like the brown sugar boba. And that and brown sugar's heavy as fuck. That shit's got weight to it. I'm just gonna close that so like no one yells anything doxing. Now there are peeps in the house. My sibling Hob and Yuffie are all in the house right now. Got the whole gang. You got pot. Shit, we're gonna get high as fuck while we try to survive. You so right, you too. On extra time. I'm just strawing my boba. They made like the smallest possible straw level, cause I just got like the milk tea. I asked specifically for no boba. Yum. I have had so much caffeine today. It's probably why I'm so awake. I'm so awake and active. Okay, caffeine is like the most random variant. Caffeine is like the most annoying thing for me to have, because sometimes I'll take it, nothing fucking happens. Sometimes I'll drink it and I just get so fucking tired, like so comedically tired, and just feel like I need to like keel over and just sleep for a few hours. And sometimes it'll like put me on like a little bit of a rush, like an adrenaline rush. Like I'll be awake. I'll be really awake. Also, hi Blue. So like the fucking caffeine annoys me because it hits me in 3 different ways depending on what it feels like. Rather than making edibles DLC for this and it just makes characters increasingly baked, that would be so stupid. It would not fit in the setting at all, but it would be so interesting. I didn't read any. Mode selection: normal, the standard playing experience. Casual, you lose sanity energy. Casual, at a slow pace. Story, you never lose sanity energy. Additionally, days don't end even after night comes. We're gonna do normal. I feel like normal and casual are interchangeable. I feel like since this one says the standard playing experience, we're just gonna go with that one. Oh, casual, you lose sanity at a slow pace. Oh yeah, so yeah, we're gonna do normal. Topics for main episode 1, free. Vision, road to beginning state. Cook to progress the story. Could I? Alright, well, let's use this, and let's use this to go to the empty town. To begin, cook a meal. We're not gonna go full speed. Actually, maybe we'll go full speed just for the sake of... And we have more fuel. Egg. Looks good to me. So we just need to look up for Nimiki. For Nimiki to enter our field of vision. We will... Sure. she had to look up for Nakomi to enter her field of vision. Nakomi focused on driving, mostly saw the road and the bike handle. Every once in a while, she would peek at the mirror to look at Sumiki. Welcome to school. Yum. As to make sure she was still there. Indeed, if you stopped doing this, Sumibi would actually disappear. Oh, the things one can get used to. But Nakomi still feels nervous every time she looks back. Maybe this time, she'll find she's the only one on the bike. What would she even do if she lost Simbubi? If left by herself, she would be destined to disappear as well. It still is a scary thought, but nowhere as scary as it used to be. No! Not actually, we do not want to do that. We do not want to do that. Hold up. Let me get some... That's fine. I just need sanity. Fuck. And we only got flour out of that. That sucks. I thought she'd be too scared to take a single step without Tsumumi holding her hand. We'll go with strength. The quiet nights with no electricity and no running water were terrifying. Now it only has been half a year. Damn. Enough time for all the people to disappear. The phones. Enough time for all the people to disappear. Phones didn't even work anymore. I tried guessing how many people were still left in the world. Can't imagine that's a fun thought. How many people were still left alone and disappeared? Ooh, fried rice recipe? Oh, fuck the dialogue. Hold up. Rice, egg, pan. Okay. When this had all just started and phones still worked, she had read something that was abundant above it. If nobody's looking at you, you disappear. That's fine. We're just gonna kill this. Oh, we got egg. We need like one more ingredient. Yeah. I feel like it's more akin to as I've so diligently named the title, just object permanence. As soon as something's out of your field of view, it's gone. I want to up my sanity. I would prefer to keep my sanity up, in all honesty. Especially since... Just 2 eggs. One might be... Oh, rice and eggs. Oh, wait, no, we're in the middle still. She didn't know whether that was true. Instead of killing you, when you look away, you just get sad. You just get sad and fucking dip from existence. But people were disappearing. There was no doubt about that. The world started breaking around noon. Nakomi was walking at the cafe. The owner was there, as were a few customers. Internet became a... whatever that word was, of concerned voices. Soon after, people outside the cafe started shouting. You could feel that something serious was happening. Some customers left to go home, others to check outside. So did Nakomi's colleagues. Not a single one of them came back. The owner went to the back room to check the news on her computer, and she closed the door behind him. More out of habit than work ethic, Nakomi decided to stay until the end of her shift. The owner wasn't coming back, so she went to the back room to check in on her. She wasn't there. Nakomi hadn't seen her come out through this door, the only door. Out of all the people who were in the cafe to begin with, only two were left, Nakomi and Sumabi. Sumabi had been there since morning because her favorite maid was on shift. She knew all of her shifts and always showed up for them, no matter how busy she was. As for that maid, she'd gone out to check on her family. I'll come back as soon as I know they're okay. That was the last thing she said. Nakomi waited, and waited, and waited, and eventually it was only her and Sumabi. At that point, Sumabi didn't even know Nakomi's name. It didn't take long for the two of them to realize that the noise outside had subsided it entirely. People had started disappearing from the city. If nobody is looking at you, you disappear. While phones still work, Nakomi had managed to read that online. Okay. Jesus Christ. I was trying to get that next out, see what I could cook up. I'm so bad at making fried rice, it always clumps together. Damn, okay, we don't have, The girl's bike had a sidecar. However, they were using it to keep their things. Sumbi just sat behind Nakomi. Oh, is that how she happened? Oh! Nakomi was the one driving and the bike wasn't hers. Oh! We got cat. Alright, we're gonna go. It used to belong to the owner of the cafe. She didn't have a license. She learned how to ride the bike along the way. That's so bad, though. You learn how to ride a bike so fast. Why are you mentioning that now? No reason, just a thought. You should try driving it too, it's pretty fun. Before trying it, Nakomi had no idea that riding a bike felt so good. Oh! My dad used to take her on bike rides, but he was the only one riding the bike. That's a no for me, too scary. It can't be that hard if I'm able to do it. That's a mindset. That's what's weird about you. You're clumsy, but you make this stuff look easy. Whoosh. Social ingredients use your strength. Fuck yeah. You know, I want all of that, actually. But you make this stuff look easy. It's confusing for me too. Yes, pet the cats. Where do we want to go? Let's go this way. You were always getting scolded in the cafe's kitchen, weren't you? I messed up a lot in there, but I never made mistakes at the register. Because you didn't want to get fired. Maybe you're just good at handling machines. Could be. I always played with this stuff in my dad's garage when I was little. That sounds fun. I'm kind of envious now. What is this? Do we have anything that needs brown sugar? Yo, actually, what if we... Oh, we need to actually make sashimi, so we... That's gonna be a mystery dish, so I feel like we just get rid of... How do we make... We need flour and egg. So actually we're gonna keep... What? Oh, maybe it's we need a third thing. We need, flour, egg, meat, vegetables, or fish. Oh! Now we have 2 eggs. That was not worth it. We didn't even... Well, that stuff was about to be over quick. Cook sashimi. Let's see what you can cook up. Now we have full sanity. Economy's part-time workplace, Cafe CCC. The waitresses wore maid outfit uniforms, but didn't consider it a maid cafe. None of that writing cute messages with ketchup on the customer's arms and stuff. The waitresses also didn't really speak with customers any more than strictly necessary. Fucking mood. Uniforms were that way because the owner liked them. Nothing more, nothing less. It's so valid though. Like, we're about to hit nighttime, so we'll just kind of linger. That being said, being waited on by girls in maid costumes appealed to some customers. Sumabi was one such customer. Fucking valid. She was into one of the waitresses in particular. Yunomi. She'd been working there since before Nikomi could tell she wasn't in school. She'd been working there since before Nikomi. You could tell she wasn't in school anymore, but... I need to stop. I need to remember moving moves to dialogue. Maybe she was a housewife working part-time for some extra pocket money. However, she didn't wear a ring. Nikomi realized she never knew much about her, except that she was beautiful and somewhat mysterious. Sumbi was a fan of hers. She'd come to the cafe every time Yunomi was on shift. We'll explore up a little bit. Yet she didn't know much about Yunomi either. There was enough of a regular that Yunomi would chat with her when the cafe was mostly empty. Even then, she didn't know her age, if she was married, or why she worked. She'd never met her outside the cafe. It was a little parasocial. Now that she was with Nikomi, she never brought up the topic of Yunomi on her own. She'd gone to check on her family, and that was the last they'd seen of her. She could have disappeared, or she could be safe somewhere. Nikomi had to wonder, what did life without Yunomi feel like for Sumabi? Okay. For Bukomi, we need flour, egg, and a type of meat. Flour, egg, it's oh, meat, vegetable, so we could do tomato. Or we could do egg and cocoa powder and just... Ooh, that's gonna be a random though. I I think this would do it. No, what? Wait, why am I doing with the brown sugar? What? It's flour, egg, and tomato. That should do it, right? Flour, egg, tomato. Yeah! Oh, that's gonna do great for our hunger. Never had Puchamigay before living by myself. I guess I wouldn't go to maid cafes every week if I want a free spirit. It's about to hit night, is it not? I guess maybe not. I told you it's not a maid cafe. I told you it's not a maid cafe. It's a cafe, and the waitresses have made uniforms. Sounds like a maid. Kind of has a point. We don't do any of that cutesy roleplay stuff. One of the maids did it for me once, though. Wait, what? Really? Really? She sounds so proud of herself. I really need to be a regular. I really needed to be a regular non-maid cafe. Students can walk in cafes, but not in maid cafe school rules. That's a really specific and odd rule. Who cares? There's no schools anymore. Ever. I know, but... I got what? It's so oddly specific. You can walk in a cafe. Can't be a maid cafe, though. It's just so specific. Nakomi's cat ear fizzy grape squash. I'm sure. And we just found that? Okay. Got in the industrial zone. We gotta bring him apart, receive. So we just need to look up, and nobody enters vision, nobody focus on driving. Mostly saw the road at the bike's handle. Today's memories. Oh. Just gonna walk in cafes, but not maid cafe. School rule. That's like saying you can walk in a fast food place, not once in store fog. I know, right? It's so random. Who just makes a rule against specifically maid cafes? You gotta bring. Oh. You unlock the topic of the big warehouse on day 3. In day 4, you got a storage estate. Okay, so we get more things as... On day 5, we get more space in our bag to carry shit. That's so useful, actually. That's actually so hype. I like the concept though. Like, it's just a world where if you ever just stop looking at someone, they just fucking cease to exist. That's such an interesting concept. How do you sleep? Cause that's my question, right? How do you sleep? Welcome back from the ads. If you didn't hear, I completely agree with you that it's such a random ass thing for that to fucking for that to have a rule against. My eyes open? This will gonna be an issue for you. I don't think looking at yourself counts. I don't think looking at yourself counts. Oh. I don't think that's how I sleep. I'm gonna go with no on that one. Oh, we can make. I really don't know what to do with Nakomi's cat eel fizzy grape squash. And this, that's how people would have to. I guess that's true. That's so interesting, though. Numb. I need to get myself some more ingredients. I don't follow. Wait, what? Saw someone entered Rue. I'd like it to make it to this house. We got 2 eggs. That's not an egg, that's rice. We got rice and eggs. Am I not in Empty Town? I am. By the way, Nakomi. Yeah. I just realized I'm also blocking the. If I'm blocking the dialogue if I stand here, and I'm blocking kind of the gameplay text if I stand over there. So reasonably, the only place to put me is upside down in the top left. There's just simply no other way. See, that's... Yes. I see no other solution to this dilemma. No, but then I block this. So hold up. What if I just make myself comedically small? And a little bit off center. And there we go. Now I don't block anything important. Yeah. Why were you walking in that cafe? Do you even need to ask? Because it was cute. Valid. The uniform, you mean? Of course. I agree, but is that it? Was the pay good or something? And I hate those DBD skill checks. It was okay. I liked the uniforms and it was close to home. That's it. I just needed a part-time job. Didn't care much about the specifics. I feel like we can just sacrifice some shit. Oh, having to wear that outfit looks a bit embarrassing though. Sumbi would feel a bit awkward wearing a cutesy dress in front of strangers. You need to work on your confidence. Though also, that's fair. You got my level of confidence. That's what you thought about you. I do think it's cute and it looks good on you, but personally, why though? Just try it out. You'd look great in it. I agree. I most definitely would not. I think you would. I think you would. Yeah, but still. Anyways, why were you walking at all? You've been walking there for a year or so, right? Do you not understand how capitalism works, Sumibi? You... Buddy, it's not really a choice anyone wants to make, but everyone kind of needs to work. No reason. I didn't even really use the money. It's still good to save. So it's just a way to kill time? Yeah, you could say that. In Sumibi's school, after class, all students would either go to a cram school or study till late. She didn't know what to do much. Free time felt. I need to stop moving when I do that. Also, I'm surprised you remembered how long I'd been walking there. It's the bare minimum. It's I thought you had only eyes for you know me. Well, you're not wrong. Golly's got a crush. Tsunibi felt like she hadn't heard that name in a long while. We're gonna search this house. See what we can get ingredient-wise. Ooh, tomatoes! Because we need that many tomatoes. Flour, koi powder, and tomato. We put this all together and we make koi. It's actually so basic though. Oh no, a cat's heel. Oh, and fuel. That's actually really good. It's been a minute since we've seen fuel. To unlock, visit the empty town. Oh. Let's go get this first. To unlock, cook taco. Do we have taco recipe? Cocoa powder and egg. We can do that with a mini oven. Do we have a mini oven? We do not have a mini oven. Fine. We don't have a taco. What do we need for tacos? I imagine it would just be like flour, meat. I don't know. Maybe a tomato for like salsa. I mean, if we can find the means to do it, we can give it a try. But it's not really what I was aiming for. What happens if I use this? Oh, it's a strength boost! What did you think fizzy drinks? This one's good. I love all the whipped cream in it. Can I like back up? Oh, that just ups my strength. Okay, that's awesome. Looks like we're going into the forest. We're gonna use this, and we're gonna go to Empty Town because we need to. To unlock cook a meal inventory. minced meat, brown sugar, and tomato. And what role does brown sugar go in a hamburger? If you put brown sugar on a hamburger, you deserve the worst. I'm sorry. That's not a normal thing to just desire and have. Oh, that might be what we need to make a taco. Tomato, minced meat, and flour. Yes! I was right! I was fucking right! Wow, tacos so good. They're so addicting for some reason. Because they're goated. In the sidecar, there was a portable gas oven, cooking utensils, sleeping bags, and more. That's... damn. Why is it so decked out? Hold on, let me just make sure I'm getting audio. Putting them there was easier than tying them to the back of the bike, so the girls ended up using the sidecar like a car's trunk. Say, Sumibi. Nakomi spoke up all of a sudden. When you're alone with someone, conversations can spark up just like that. When I'm alone with someone, it's usually just awkward silence. What's your favorite dish? Pudding. She said something to the name of the game. Boop. You got onion, I know, but that's dessert. But I mean like a proper dish. Dude, she answers like me for real. Oh, those are cats. Those are for sanity. I don't think I have one. Oh, you really do answer like me. Goddamn. Were you on a pudding-only diet or something? I don't have a strong preferences except for dessert. A gathering of cats. Pet them. Come to think of it, you were always getting sweet stuff back at the cafe. You were missing out. Our beef stew was delicious. Oh, what can we do with an onion, actually? Do we have anything that like needs that like specifically asks for an onion? I mean, we have vegetable. Mystery dish recipe. Knife. Anything. Oh, that's horrible. Hot milk recipe. Pot, milk. Oh! Hot milk. Okay, that's something that we can do. We just not... Oh, maybe hot cocoa would be like double hot cocoa. Or like double 1 milk, 2 cocoa powder. Pot, koi powder, and then anything. Oh, so koi is really, diverse there. Is that how koi? I see a lot of it. You know, I don't think I've ever really like I've had koi before, but I don't think I've ever really like had a memorable koi. Like I don't go. It's one of those things that like someone usually makes and like I'll eat it because it's present. But like I don't think I've ever seeked out koi. Is koi? I know it's typically rice and then meat covered in a sauce. I think that's my knowledge of it. Someone can correct me. Someone should probably correct me. Okay, seriously, this soundtrack's awesome. I'm gonna turn it up for y'all. beef stew was delicious. I did have that once. Oh, these are recipes. Yumi kept recommending it to me, and eventually I caved. Well, how was it? I can't remember. You were giving, you know me all of your attention, weren't you? You really had a crush. Of course I was. Ikumi let it aside. Maybe she thought Sumi was a lost cause. Maybe she was jealous. Okay. Cook a meal. Yes. That would be a new dish. That's a potato salad. That's just a complete new dish. Let's see what that looks like. Let's see what I can cook up. Tempura! Oh! Only thing on the road was the bike. Alright, let's hit this before we go. Double flour is just not something I was hoping to get. That was just saddening. No matter how long they rode, there was no one around. There were a few birds flying, and the wind shook the trees. Those were the only moving things. I'd rather sleep in a real bed tonight. We keep on sleeping at houses. We could go into one. Tsumubi just said that all of a sudden. Maybe there's a hotel around here. There's like multiple abandoned houses just around. Oh, at least I know where there's so much fucking wheat. Even a normal house would do. Exactly! Seriously, wouldn't that feel super weird? Oh, so you're the issue. Not really. What if some old guy used to sleep in that bed, like as old as your dad? Wash the sheets, lady. I guess if electricity isn't a thing, then just like usually people keep like a clean spare like set of sheets somewhere in the house. Just replace them. Though I don't really mind as long as the bed doesn't stink or anything. What if it does stink? We can just smell it and go look for another bed. But I don't want to smell a stinky bed in the first place. The bike and its sidecar kept rolling over the asphalt. We're just gonna leave this alone. We're about to hit night. Let's go find a hotel. Actually, shit. We might not be in a good spot right now. Oh, this might be an issue. Can't you do the bed making yourself? You're a maid. Oh, there's a house. Okay. I've never done anything like that. I'm just a normal girl in a maid outfit. Yes, I guess you are. You can't even cook. But I got a bit better as of lately. Yeah. We're about to hit nighttime. A small smile started taking shape on Sumibi's face. You really need to get better at making pudding, though. Your pudding standards are just too high. She She's a pudding connoisseur. A pudding standards are the most reasonable indeed. I just don't believe that. Why don't you make it though? You're good at cooking. Oh, I did the vlog, boys. Nah, too much of a hassle. What a princess. Oh, we can finally leave the empty town. Thank God. You unlock the topic, the big warehouse. Today's memories, we got all that. We did. We can finally, though we can finally leave the town. There's so much that takes place in the town. Okay. Okay. Do that country road. Never mind. We do have one more. We can just go back to the empty town. Let's cook something. Minced meats. And... Sure. I think that does better for me. For the first time since starting their journey, they realized that towns do, in fact, end. Really? Before becoming towns or cities, they were all forests, plains, maybe even swamps. People gathered there for one reason or another, and those places turned into towns. Maybe they were flat and spacious enough. Maybe the coast had a natural harbor. Once that reason stopped existing, the town slowly stopped existing as well. People would leave only behind roads to the next town over. We're just not gonna go through the hassle that way. While leaving the town, the girls never knew whether they'd reach the next one. Hi, sorry. Hope and Yuffie were just fucking doing something. They never knew where this journey would take them. They never even knew where they wanted to go, or when their journey would end. Something inside them was keeping them moving, but they didn't know what. Maybe at this point, it was all just inertia. Okay, give me that rice. Hold up. I don't think we need double brown sugar. But could inertia keep someone traveling for half a year? Probably not. Despite all this, they never doubted they would keep traveling. Tomorrow would be the same as today. Doubting that simple statement is almost impossible. While keeping their eyes up to look at each other, the two girls kept going. Okay, we need to cook. We need to go to Empty Town. We need to cook a meal. Using rice and brown sugar. Vice balls. Yeah, okay. Yeah, cause yeah, okay. The town was still. The traffic lights, the street lights, and the neon signs were all off. Part of it was expected, since the sun was still up. But the dark traffic lights felt off. Yeah, exactly. Glad to see we can just summon it. We can, with like clouding the chance of meatballing this shit, turning brown sugar into just fucking seaweed. Town wasn't getting electricity anymore. Naomi stared at the black cables hung over her head. The what? Oh, the power lines. She thought of how they ran all the way to a power plant somewhere. However, you can only rely on them so much. Electricity had always ruled their lives, but cutting a single cable would be enough to deprive them of it. Not that she had ever tried, but they didn't look particularly hard to cut either. Well, that's because if you touched them with anything metal, zap. Of course, normally they would be fixed immediately. It had been running like clockwork. Thinking of the scale and precision of that clockwork society made Naomi dizzy. It's also picturesque. Whatever the fuck that was. Naomi sounded as though she was talking to herself. Huh? You know, the way everything crumbled after rising so high. We took our world for granted, but as they say, what goes around comes around. I don't think that means what you think it means. Same for Piskoska too. You found nothing. Okay. Really? Naomi, you did go to school, right? I did. And your school let students have part-time jobs? Yeah, as long as we had our parents' permission. Just not at maid cafes specifically. Even weirder, your parents were okay with that uniform? Why? Why? Is it cute? Isn't it cute? That's not what I meant, but yes, it is. Yes, it is. Sumbi nodded, and that was the end of the conversation. They were both comfortable with the silence. They just kept riding quietly. New topic, coastal roads. Cook a meal. Sounds like a threat. Onion, flour, rice ball. Oh, that's rice ball. Okay, so... Okay, so yeah, I only have... Yeah, that one's better for me right now, Tipple. Let's see what you can cook up. Vision on the coast with a town somewhere in the distance. Okay. Yeah, sea time! Just being here feels so fun. I haven't been to the sea in ages. I went swimming with some friends last year. You had friends? Damn! Hey, that's not very... Ooh. That's really good, actually. That is really good. We haven't had fish in a while. Yeah, it's not really nice. Of course I had friends. Well, yeah, it shouldn't surprise me. It just said you were always by yourself at the cafe. Come on, don't make it sound like I was alone or I was walking. And I had no problem socializing with customers, did I? That's true. There was just one any girls around my age walking there. Komi was far from the youngest girl working at Cafe CCC. Was by far. Weren't any other high schoolers, and as far as she knew, no university students either. Sorry, fuel. Got tomato. The waitresses just tended to look young because of the maid uniforms, you know, as they typically do. Nona said he didn't want to give off the wrong impression by having too many young girls walking there. That's probably a proper business move. Not making all the waitresses male maid uniforms would also have helped with that. I feel like I just kind of wasted recipes. Did we have anything with tuna just kind of... That makes rice balls, that makes hamburger. I feel like with minced meat, unless we have like two different... That's a new recipe. So with that, we can make a new recipe. That's also... That's just a Saturday Caesar salad. I feel like we discard this. Yeah, sure. Cook fried rice. We do that actually. So bad at making fried rice, it's always all clumps together. Owner at Cafe CCC was a small woman whose age was almost impossible to guess. Oh? Sometimes she looked like a girl, but she also spoke just like Sumibi's former boss at work, a woman in her 40s. Nobody actually knew how old she was. When asked why she opened the cafe, she'd just say, because I wanted to. Between the out-of-the-way location and the small clientele, all the uniforms, it was clear that it was a passion project. I wonder how the owner's doing. Didn't she disappear? Sumibi. You don't talk to grieving people like that. Yeah, but still. He doesn't look like the type to die so easily. I definitely get what you mean. That being said, Sumibi couldn't be sure. With all that happened in the past few months, death felt closer than ever. I don't think that people who disappear die in general. Why not? Just a hunch. I think they've gone somewhere where we can't see them. I also want to believe that everyone didn't just up and die. Yeah. How do we cook a again? We need flour, egg, and meat. So we are nowhere close. Though I'm willing to go off the hunch. But it's just that I want to believe, just wishful thinking. Holy shit, that's what we need! Hold up, we're just gonna throw those away. Come on, don't be so harsh. I'm just being realistic. I know, but still. Damn, cynical. Egg, flour. Tuna. We'll do minced meat. I want to see. That's awesome. I mean, despite what she'd said, Sumibi didn't know what to think. Back when phones still worked, she read open reports of disappeared people reappearing. Maybe they weren't true. With all that was going on, there was no such thing as a reliable source. We'll take it. We should probably try to find a place soon. Many people disappear and are strange things you could see in the darkness. That was never mentioned in any of the dialogue before. The fuck do you mean strange things you could see in the darkness? That's not something I like to hear at all. At least now I know why we have to like desperately look for the fucking cover in the night. The law. I thought I was taking a break from horror games for the week. Why does it feel like we're still in one? Things that would hope will, the things that you would hope were lies always seem to turn out true. I wonder what lies ahead for us. Oh, we have a place to stay for the night. Nakomi muttered, almost as if to herself. maybe help on the Nicomi a bit title. I told you, we'll make that putty. We got this. Yeah, right. I want to eat that cafe's pudding again. You have a really unhealthy obsession with that pudding. But I never prepared desserts back at the cafe. You've got the uniform for it, though. I do wonder if I'll be able to actually do it. To be end of the conversation with a mumbled non-committal sound. Lovely. Okay. Do we want to teleport to the coastal area? I'm tempted to know what this will make. I mean, if it's something to increase my sanity, I would love that, in all honesty. I mean, it's not really a sanity fill. We're just gonna... I do truly wonder what it means by, you know, things you see in the dark. Stay for the night. Let's sleep. Yep. Reached the main episode 2. You got a story just for 2 tape. See, it says another day went by without incident, which implies that days can go by with incident, which I just don't like. That's a horrifying thing to think about. Oh, there's some stuff from main episode 1 that I need to do. Cafe to unlock cooked taco, to unlock cooked fried rice. Oh wait, play Z. What? Oh, tape. We got the positive soundtrack. It's a pop too. Oh, this is cool. Oh. Unfamiliar songs that are playing from the tape recorder. Now I'm gonna shut the fuck up. Let's just listen to this for a minute. It restarted when I tabbed it. Oh, it restarts it when I tab it. Okay, I went to go to like change it so like you guys could hear it better. I like this. gonna tone it down so we can continue playing the game, but you know. Listen to it in silence for a while. Suma B. Do you remember the day when we realized it was just the two of us? The day that we first rode on the bike? Yeah, why are you mentioning this out of the blue? So I'm just tapped out. No reason. But it brings you back, doesn't it? Sure, yeah, let's just remember the day that everyone fucking vanished. Suma B. I think I'm already starting to forget that. Oh, that's sad. Nah, I was kidding. I remember being in the cafe. I remember all the customers disappearing and the owner too. Yeah, me too. And suddenly, the whole town was deserted. We roamed around for a while after that. But we really couldn't find anyone. What? Why did we take the bike anyway? You are forgetting it! The bike was your idea. You said we should try looking because maybe there was still someone around. I did? You did. Okay, so she's schizophrenic and she's getting dementia. Man. Really with the character. We just rode it and off we went. Is this the factory? This might be the warehouse. Hold up. We're gonna wait for this dialogue to end before we. I've said this before, but having such a wishy-washy motivation, we really kept at this for a while. It really can, but I wonder if there's a reason no one else left. Who knows? Who knows? Oh, whatever. There's a sprint button? I'm still having fun. One day, this journey will be a good memory. I hope we'll stick together until then. A story just for two. Oh, this is. I'm gonna add this to Spotify. Hold up. A story just for two. Is this it? Oh, it is. Oh, that's awesome. I actually love that soundtrack. Oh, don't open it. We are gonna stop the tape because it is extremely loud. Actually, do we? I could just lower my headphone volume. The shutters leading into the large warehouse were not closed all the way. Sumibi and Nakomi took a peek inside. What's this place? After crouching to enter the building, Nakomi was confused by what she found. It wasn't anything like she'd expected the warehouse to look like. She thought it would be full of shelves, containers, crates, or something to that effect. Instead, inside the warehouse were several machines, the likes of which she'd never seen before. There were also metal racks and a few scattered cardboard boxes. In one corner, there was a large desk with an even smaller antenna on top of it. At her feet, cables sprawled in every direction. Doesn't it look like a lab? It wasn't a great description, but it was the best one that Sumibi could come up with. Oh, you're right. Nakomi's eyes instantly widened. Sumibi regretted not having read the sign outside the building before entering. It looked so much like a run-of-the-mill warehouse that she hadn't thought about it twice. Maybe we'll find something useful in here. Doesn't look like there's any food around. What about fuel? Or maybe a generator? Yeah, that could be. Let's look around. So maybe took a single step forward. And a sudden loud metal sound made Ada stop. The sound echoed around so much that telling where it had come from was impossible. The girls stared at each other. Neither of them had started that sound. Oh. So maybe he scanned the dark corners of the building to see if anything was moving in the shadows. She was looking in the wrong place. There was a face peeking out from behind the metal rack stacked with boxes. Okay, this could just be an animal, but also that is a horrifying description. Oh, that's a person! Excuse me? The person spoke with a frail, nervous voice. Who's there? The voice belonged to a woman. She was there, half hidden behind the boxes. She stared at Nakomi and Sumibi from the other side of this weird lab-like space. That's my thought. They're surviving alone. I don't know if I like that. Because the implications of that are just interesting, to say the least. Is that a ghost? Nakomi whispered her question to... Oh, sorry. Is that a ghost? Must be. A few times they'd met people who were by themselves. Everyone was supposed to disappear if nobody was looking at them, but somehow those people remained. Or rather, they sprung up from seamlessly nowhere just to disappear at random. They weren't sure these were real people, so they called them ghosts. Are you real? Yup, real human beings. Are you sure? I thought I was the last one left. It was the same as usual. Ghosts always said that. According to them, it was always everyone else who had disappeared. They were left alone and struggling in, well, ghost towns. Their main concern was not starving to death. Sumibi and Nakomi could relate to that. Something about this woman felt off to Sumibi. She didn't seem relieved to see them, but scared. Are you alone? Yes, and there's two of you, right? Yeah, we just reached this town today. What, you come from outside? Yeah, we rode our bike here. But how did you keep the bike fueled? There's just some random ass fuel cans people are leaving on the side of the road, you know? There's nobody working at gas stations anymore, right? That surely cannot be your reasoning for asking that question. Yeah, but the gas is still there. Might as well take it since nobody else needs it. Convenient street gas. But the pumps don't work without electricity. Some places have gasoline generators. What? Oh, gasoline generators. Okay, I thought it was not like gasoline generators, as in like just like generators that work off like gasoline. I truly thought it was saying something like gasoline, like generators that create gasoline. Into which case, I was bound to have gasoline spawners. What, really? Yeah, in the office or garages there. It's not all of them though. And these offices aren't locked? Oh, they are. We just break in. Suddenly the woman smiled. Hmm? Oh, it's nothing. She looked at Sumibi and Nikomi without even trying to hide or smile anymore. I was just surprised I wasn't the only one doing that. It makes me feel better about it. Zip wind. The woman introduced herself as Marine. She asked the girls to give her a ride just for a bit, and the two made some space in the sidecar for the woman. We have a third person! Allegedly. I don't know, from what I've... Yeah, and then there were 3! Oh, joys. We are not cooking a Caesar salad. I would really appreciate if there was oh, we can cook sashimi. I'm so down to cook sashimi. I know Caesar salad is technically more efficient, but I have beef with the concept of Caesar salad. Yeah. Woman in the lab. What was that building anyway? I'm not that sure either, but the sign on the front said it was a laboratory. Oh, wait, you're here. I need a voice for you. Oh, I don't have the vocal range to do this. Cause, oh. So you just walked in because the shutter was open? Cause Namoki is just like one of my default voices I go to, and then Susumi is just a more higher tone of a voice that I kind of go to. Oh, the shuttle. No, I don't want to go with that. That's gonna be annoying to do. The shutter door. 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 I keep on not hitting that properly. The shutter door was open. I forgot to lower it. I forgot to. The shutter door was open. Oh, I forgot to lower it. What does that mean? You were already there? Or did you live in that lab? Yes. It wasn't just me though. There were others. Sumibi and Nikomi had seen nobody except for Maureen inside. A friend of mine worked there. Until you know, all that happened, it was half a year ago now, right? Yeah, we'll examine. Ooh. We'll get rid of that, and we'll get rid of that. She me the only, with her for safety. I wasn't the only one though. How long have you been staying there alone? For a while now. It just happened. I was alone before I knew it. What about you two? Are you traveling together? Yep, we've been glued together for months. Wow, that sounds harsh. story sounds harsh too, though. Ultimately putting the what of the guys made. We haven't found any. Our cast is very feminine so far. We have these two, the main ones over here, and then Hall, who we don't know if she's a ghost yet. The guys made mistakes. Well, the joyous Strand, let me enlighten you. The concept is the object permanence, but people. If you start looking, if you're just out of view of someone's like field of view for long enough, you just kind of disappear. So object permanence, the apocalypse condition. Yeah. And you know, this one, not the cat over here, not the cat over here. This one's the Middle East pandemic got us. You right. This one, my tentacles are kind of like blocking the green-haired one and the sidecar. This one's new to the cast. This one we found completely alone. So this one, we've as from the dialogue and what I've understand, this is either just someone who got really lucky, or as they put it, a ghost, someone who reappeared and might just fucking disappear again. Allegedly. We've reached an interesting turning point. Story sounds hushed. Soundtrack's really nice though. Marine looked at the view passing by. Makes you wonder what's going on with the rest of the world. Yeah. The girls told Marine all they knew about the current situation. However, they knew very little outside of rumors and conjectures. Nothing of what they said was news to Marine. So, have you found any more information either? It's all still a mystery? It was just the two of us. We didn't really have a chance. Maybe someone somewhere has already found out more. Mayhaps. I kind of want this item, so we're gonna wait for this dialogue to kill him. So they could still hope that someone existed and that they would eventually meet them. Maybe there was a whole group of people that had figured out what was happening and managed to survive. Yeah, you would think people would group up. Possibly, as this was, Sumibi wasn't optimistic. This whole situation seemed too absurd for reason alone. I still don't know about that whole thing about eyesight was all about. Wayne spoke quietly. Her words couldn't keep up with the bike on that roller. The what? Wait, what about eyesight? Is there something specific that only you know? Tell us your secrets, lady. I've still for this. New topic. I'm in the lab. Cook sweet rice balls. I'm gonna assume I need rice, cocoa. I'm gonna need rice, brown sugar, and something, and a random thawed item for that. That would be my, based on how we cook rice bowls, that would be my we do to unlock cook sushi. We can't cook sushi. We can cook. Cook this though. We'll pick up these two things and then we'll teleport somewhere. Where do we teleport? We got flour. Okay. We'll use fuel. Let's go. Let's go Gloomy Valley. That's probably where we're at, right? There are cats! I think... Yes, I see cats. Those look like stands. Those might increase sanity. Nope, those are stands. Shit. Rummage through it, yes! Oh, that leads us to cats. I'm fine with that. So we need taco, sushi, and sweet rice bowl. I feel like we loot that house, see if we can find something that we need. Oh, actually, no. Or we just linger around the house. We're gonna linger for a bit so we can sleep. Still don't know what happens. Another day without incident. Reach the character episode Marine. What? Oh wait, we got two more spaces. Okay, well the other human that we found is just not heal, so you know we're gonna go with probably a ghost on that one. Okay, it's part of the character episodes. Okay. We still need baked pudding. We still need the cafe. I feel like before we hit these, we want to finish main episode 1. So the cafe and baked pudding. Do we need to be in a certain place for that though? Hold up. I said empty town. There has to be a way to, like, filter through quests, right? Mayhaps? Oh, I guess we're stuck. Maybe we're stuck. You got egg. Okay, so we're closer to nothing that we actually need. What's gonna go around it? We don't really have the... Oh, we got rice and a... What the fuck are you? Wait. And sweet beans. Maybe for the sweet rice bowl? I mean, we need rice and a fish for that, so we can get site 1 right now. Or do we want to try to aim for sweet rice bowl? I mean, if I were to guess, sweet beans and rice would make that, but do we want to risk that, or do we just want to go for something that we know? What am I doing? Sushi and... What was the sushi recipe again? So sushi. What was it? Rice and fish. Yeah, so we just rice, fish, sushi. So what do you know about eyesight energy? Alright, that's a thing. Well, just a few things. Could you tell us what you know? Sure, of course. Thank you. Just don't get mad at me if it's stuff you already knew. We probably don't. Ooh, I think that's good for us. Don't worry, we won't get mad. So let's see. Why don't you start? Tell me what you already know and I can fill in the rest. We could, but we learned what we know from the internet, so we don't know if it's true. I don't mind. Nakomi nodded and started explaining. Oh, I don't get the explanation? I don't get the explanation? I could, for that... Heal. Let me see here. What do we not? We need sweet rice balls. We could do tacos, except I don't have the minced meat. Would any meat work? We do flour, mackerel, and a vegetable of some kind. Any of those work. My tacos so good. They really are. Hold up, before we continue dialogue, let me just get 2 things of rice. Let's go. In the end, we still have no clue about anything. What if you learned the stuff you just told me from the internet? Yeah, back when it still worked. But it was all just a bunch of rumors. We don't really know anything. Right, we're totally in the dark. The only thing we know is that people have disappeared, I guess. That's the one part I wish we were wrong about. Have you ever actually seen someone as they disappeared? I'm gonna wait. I'm gonna wait to say anything. I'm gonna wait to say anything until they finish talking. I'm gonna let this sentence be explained in more depth. Because from what I've been told about this game, if you don't see someone for too long, that's when they disappear. So if you're seeing someone, they shouldn't disappear. Well, people disappear when you're not. Thank you! Well, people disappear when you're not looking at them, so we could never see it, could we? Ah, you're right. We've almost seen it a bunch of times, though. Take your eyes off someone and that's it. Gone. What about you? I've seen that too, yes. You've seen it. But I have no way of proving that they just really disappear as opposed to just running away. That's why this whole thing just doesn't feel real. Oh, I get what you mean. Can we craft? What is it? So we get sweet balls. So we need rice, sweet beans. Oh, we just need rice and sweet beans. Okay, hold up. We have that. what I can cook up. Eat them. Yes. Why did you girls come to this town? We just happened to. We weren't trying to do it or anything. So your goal is farther down. Well, we don't really have a goal. We're just riding around randomly. Like I'm doing right now. I'm just backtracking apparently. The plan is to make some good pudding. Pudding? If we're lucky, we could run into some place where there were still groups of people. Maybe there are entire towns that the force field didn't affect. We're keeping an eye open for that while pursuing our pudding. There are places like that still around? Could be, but we haven't run into any yet. Nor do we think we will ever, to be honest. Tsumi couldn't handle being pessimistic, but she couldn't handle giving up. She had to wonder whether Maureen was fine just sitting back and waiting and eating. In her shoes, she'd go insane. You stayed in that lab all this time? I sure did. How could she be fine, alone in that huge laboratory? Yes, I'm just not. We have this, so we're just gonna wait for. Yeah, cause we had that up. We might as well just wait for. Could we? I could. I feel like we just go to the next area. Yeah. We have enough to cook fried rice, so we should be able to just get that next go run. We're gonna wait till tomorrow though, because if you can see in the top right corner, it's about to be night. And you know, apparently at nighttime, entities hit us. I'm just gonna like speed up and get this. These 2 extra slots are just so fucking good. It's so useful. You unlock the topic. What do you want to do? We have this. Oh, we didn't get a lot of dialogue this go around. Main episode 1. Yeah, we still need to hit. Shoes, I don't know how to get the cafe and baked pudding. I mean, that's the ones I want to hit, but main episode 3, what you want to do. We still need to do the entirety of main episode 2. And it won't. Have to be in like certain places. Egg and rice to cook fried rice. See what you cook up. Eyes don't simply receive information by absorbing light. They also emit energy towards what they are looking at. Apparently. That was the long and short of eyesight energy. If there was a more correct scientific term, the 2 girls didn't know it. I feel like examining inside. I think that's worth it. What? 2, 3, 1, 4. What? Wait. That's 2. That's 1. 2, 3, 1. What? What? 2, 3, 3, 1, 1, 4. What? Huh? The other scientists had disappeared before gaining a chance to name this phenomenon. After all, the disappearance started very shortly after it was discovered. Oh, we can't. Can we examine this? No, examining this would kill us. The eyesight energy exists below just electromagnetic wave or particle just like light did. But scientists hadn't known until very recently. The emission itself wasn't rare after all. People looked at things all the time. The issue is that the emission almost never affected anything in a quantifiable way until now. They found out about the energy thing when the eyesight transmitted disease started spreading, right? Hold up, we're gonna just... We need to make sure that we need to make sure that we can cook fried rice. But also, we need more. That's perfect. That's exactly what we need to make fried rice. It was a false disease that didn't need any previously known transmission method to spread. Scientists eventually realized that the very act of looking was behind it. You just need to lock eyes with someone to become infected. Oh. News immediately sent the world into a frenzy. Surprisingly, it didn't take long for society to start functioning again. People started working from home, and you could do almost anything through the internet. Oh, so this all started because of a disease. That's interesting. The development of glasses that could shield one from eyesight energy helped things go back to normal to an extent. Yeah, that seems useful enough. Right. Mean interrupted to provide some new information. Oh. It was them who developed those glasses, the lab I was in. Oh, you just interrupted the gloat? Whoa, that's amazing. Whoa, that's amazing. So they were doing research on eyesight? I was told they also researched other stuff, though. I assume the eyesight was, like, the main thing, though. What's this? Oh, we got cabbage. By whom? Someone who worked there? Oh? And where are they now? I don't know. Megan looked up at the sky. Things happened and pretty much everyone left the lab. You looked up at the sky? Wait, that's... And they haven't come back since. Queen's voice didn't sound particularly hopeful. We fail. So Newbie had to agree with the lack of hope. Most likely those people would never come back. Guys. I feel like living in groups, I guess always having to have someone in your peripheral. Did the lab people say anything else? Let's see. Marie rummaged through the only bag she had on her. After a while, she took out a small box. It looked like a mix between a tape recorder and a computer. Maybe like a pocket-sized turntable. But it's clear that none of those things. It was none of those things. It was a weird, unfamiliar device. Cook fried rice. Is there anything that might up my sanity instead? Rice ball, but cabbage roll. Don't know why we'd want that. Okay, I guess we're just gonna go with fried rice for the sake of soy. See what you can cook up. It didn't feel real in the slightest. So Nibi had always thought so. She felt as though she could wake up from that dream at any moment and she would be back in her small apartment. Toy battle? Awesome. That's actually huge. People disappearing as soon as nobody was looking at them. Entire towns becoming completely deserted. It all felt too much like a dream. She'd been traveling for months now, but didn't feel any more real than it did at the start. The very idea of traveling in pursuit of pudding was ridiculous. Then again, reality was often ridiculous. She thought this was unlikely to change. She kept thinking of her situation as a dream. Until she disappeared too. To cook buchimi, we need flour, egg, and then meat. Some kind, meat or vegetable, which we don't have either of those, and we don't really have the means to do that. I need sanity first to do any of that. I feel like we should have cocoa powder and cabbage creates a Caesar salad. And we're just not making that. Sure, we'll do cabbage and rice. And then, you know, we can pray. And then also figure out, before we examine what's going on there, I kind of just want to know what's going on with whatever this is. Okay. We'll be back for this issue. We'll figure this one out in a bit. Double on flour. We need flour, don't we? Yeah, we need flour and eggs. So flour, eggs, and this. So we do actually need this. So we can just throw this away. And you know, we don't really need all that. So yeah, we'll just throw both those away, and then we will be good. And instead of, we'll just use this and go to Empty Town. Minced meat. That is not what we need. However, if he gives us something that we can up our sanity with, that is not sanity. Okay, so theoretically, what if we then instead use cocoa powder and flour and made a mystery dish to up our sanity, which, you know, that works. That works. It's not gonna look pretty, but it works. Yeah, because we just need flour, egg, and meat. Yeah, okay. We'll do this then. Ooh, I think that's what we need. We need... It's meat, flour, egg, and yep. We eat that. Oh, what's that? This is... Well, I'm not quite... Hold up. Looking at the fucking dude, there was an actual oh my god, this mini game confuses people so much, just like it confuses me, that someone actually just has made a Steam guide for it. That's amazing. Hold up. It's not in a language I can read. Oh, for English users. See if I quote my article. I met this mini game, but I have no idea what to do, and the glitch caused the freezing. The game is a step-by-step guide. Simply put, you start from the top and go down. Each number at the top is a path. As you move straight down, whenever you see a horizontal line, you follow it to the other side. Then continue to go down. In the end, you'll reach the number it's connected to. Fuck off. That is... Oh, we can't even examine inside. And all of the people at the lab gave it to me before leaving. Never explained it to me though. I'm only holding into that without having the slightest clue on what it does. Ooh, that's gonna need strength. Maybe it's something to do with the eyesight energy. That could be. Minced meat, I'll take it. That could be. Maybe it blocks eyesight energy, or it reflects it. They said they were researching how to put that energy to use. Like a force field? Guess they were studying that too. Oh, so tempura is how we have to do that? Hold up. Tempura, we need fish, right? Yeah, tempura. Yeah, we need pot, flour. Oh, we need flour, meat, vegetables, or fish. Okay. We don't have... Yeah, so we just simply don't have flour. I guess they were studying that too. But remember, I didn't walk there or anything. I don't know what about the levels of detail to the research. Oh, we got milk. Cook Caesar salad for photograph? So we noticed that in the bag there was a device. Well, the device that Ben Moraine had also been keeping a photograph. Did the research leave any notes behind? Okay, hold up. We're just gonna milk and curry powder. No. Minced meat and rice to make rice ball. What do we need for... Wait, actually, before I... For tempura, we just need flour and then any form of meat. And then for Caesar salad, we need a vegetable in any form. So... If I just take one of the meats and one of our rights, I should... Oof. But we did get flour, which we needed. Did we still leave any notes behind? I'm not sure. I don't think they brought all the research papers with them, but who knows? Time's going a little fast. I don't like that. Hold up. I feel like I have a better chance finding a place in Empty Town. While we're doing this, I feel like we have enough time for tempura, which is meat, flour, yep, and then cook. Do you know much about the force field? Not really, just that it's the reason behind everything going awry. But I heard that without the force field, we would have all gotten sick. Would all have gotten sick. Still, better than disappearing though, isn't it? It's such a valid point. Go this way. That disease had a mortality rate of more than 1% though. I know, but still, better than disappearing. Marine stared at Nakomi. That's a strange opinion. Really? Anyways, do you know much about it? The force field, I mean? Not at all. Just what the public knew. This is actually really concerning. If we don't... I need to find a place to stay. Spent some time there at the lab, right? And then ask them anything about it. This is really not good. Another 3, bam. Let's see, 4. 4. Oh, is it just any horizontal line? Wait, bam, bam, bam. So that would be 4. No, that would be 3. This would be bam, 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 bam. This would be 4. 2 would be bam, 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 bam. This would be 2. Sure. That's still... They always look so busy. Shit. I do stand by the corner and try not to be a nuisance. We're not doing great on an RNG spectrum here. Like, this is not good. For so many reasons. Country road? Please. Here's the thing. I don't know what happens if we can't find a house. It could just be game over. Cool. I mean, new cassette. That's nice. Industrial area. Anything, come on. That's a house, that's a house, that's a house. Oh my god, stay the night. Holy shit. That was horrifying. We got a mini oven. Jesus. Rosemary pudding. We still need to get the cafe, baked pudding. So episode 2, made episode 3. There's a lot. Photograph. We need to cook a Caesar salad, which means we just need any form of vegetable. I just hot milk. Still find it bullshit. I can't cook fuel. Okay, that looks like a good place to loot, actually. I kind of want to loot that. Wave them, leave. Yeah, we'll do koi. Koi is really good for food. Look for ingredients. Milk, mackerel, leave. We need cabbage or something. More mackerel. This is a lot of fucking fish. Stren, I found your people. This is just a fishing village. If I just double up on mackerel. Oh, sashimi. Which does good for my sanity. That's good to know. Oh, just fish and anything. Koi powder. Koi powder's just good. I don't want to use that right now. Sashimi. We can loot this house. I'm totally. We're already halfway through the day. There's been like no dialogue yet, because I can't find the ingredients for a Caesar salad. Oh, there's one of the ingredients for a Caesar salad. Okay, we can just throw this away, and we can just throw that away. That's not bad. Caesar salad. What's that photo? Oh, this. Oh, because when we're talking, the things pause. Oh, that's a cool. Oh, this. Moyen hurriedly shoved the photo farther down into a bag. It's just a photo. Alright, that's fucking suspicious. So maybe, okay, the cats are trying to get into the room. Betty, come in. Yes. Timmy wasn't sure whether following up on that question was a good idea. Nothing special, really. It's just a picture of a friend of mine who used to work at the lab. Sorry, that was the sound of it. Drinking the rest of my milk tea. Hi, Cat, do you mind if I put you on my lap and just hold you here for a minute till you calm down? I don't want you walking across my desk. Are you calm? You're not gonna give me issues? No issues from you? No, you're gonna be nice. Yeah, you're gonna be nice. Nice little kitty. Oh, my buddy. You happy? Oh, happy. You sound happy. Wonder if chat can hear you, Paul. Probably not, because I'm not seeing any, like... Wanna speak into the microphone, Lilith? Yeah, that is my cat rubbing up against the microphone. That's what you're hearing. Yeah. She's happy. You're getting all the love from the cat. Okay, you're gonna shit? Or you just gonna keep on standing on my lap? Prefer if you laid down, to be honest. I would love it if you laid down. Lie down. If you just, yeah. All happy. It's a picture of a friend of mine who used to work for. Okay, so as soon as I touch my keyboard, you want to stand up. I get that. Just, I want to play the game though. Where's that fun now? She left with the others and hasn't come back since. Sorry. From the quick glance she got, Tsumubi saw that Marine's friend was a beautiful, energetic-looking woman. How close were the two of them for Marine to carry a photograph of a friend in her bag? Maybe that topic was best left alone. I will search for greets. Ooh, for minced meat. Okay, cat, I love you. I love you so much. But you just can't do that. I just need you to sit down, stay on my lap. Just don't walk in front of my screen, please. Give that time. Ooh, that's good, because I don't see that often. So I'm gonna assume it's good. We're gonna replace that with a minced meat. But Tsumubi thought that if she didn't ask, she would never have gotten another chance. Were you two friends for a long time? We'll move it out of the way. Oh, we sure were. We've known each other since childhood. We grew up a bit distant when we both started walking, though. Oh, that sounds nice. I wish I had a childhood friend, too. You are not beating the loneliness allegations. I'm gonna make curry. That's fine. I wish I had a childhood friend, too. There's nothing special about it. Oh, there is. It's always a joy about having. I used to have a friend I consider a childhood friend. Technically, I guess a childhood friend is someone you met in your youth. Oh, so what is a childhood friend? Like like at what point when you were young does it count? Like, are we talking like before you're a teenager or like while in your teens? The childhood friend makes it sound so special. Ikumi squirmed around in dissatisfaction. Are both of you from this town? Yes, we live next to each other, and we went next to each other. Yeah, the same school all the way to high school. Then you split up. Double fish, I guess. Cause sure, that's what we need. Yes, we went to different universities. We kept meeting regularly, even then though. We only stopped doing that once she moved to a city far away for work. Then she came back here around a year ago, when they opened the lab. And what about you? I've never left the town. I walked here too. Let's see. I want all three of these on the ground. We can get rid of the fish for the cocoa powder. We can throw away these two. Oh wait, we can cook these. We can just straight up cook these. We can cook sashimi right now. Brown sugar, we want that. Can we cook something for strength? Just double up on meat. Oh, hamburger. I don't think I want to use the sweet beans for hamburger. Brown sugar milk, that's good for sanity, I guess. Okay, that's good for sanity, but also... mystery dish? I mean, that would improve strength, and... I feel like mystery dish might give us more... What can we do with sweet beans? Wow, we have a very limited catalog right now. I feel like we just go with mystery dish. Yeah. Never left the town. I walked here too. Oh. Pet them. Exactly. Say. We made as if to say, oh, that's a weird camera angle. Made as if to say something before changing our mind. Actually, no, never mind. Unlock cook koi. Oh, fuck you. I had koi powder. I need that back again. I got an onion. That's not koi powder. Ingredients. Oh, it was one of those koi powder. koi powder. Okay. I want one of those in my inventory, so we're going to not cook a Caesar salad because we are not that sad. I don't got anything against salads. I have something against Caesar salads. It's like the basic white bitch of salads. Why did you stay in the lab? What do you mean? Does it have to do anything with that picture you have? So maybe it took a while to answer. She looked like she knew what she wanted to say, but she needed time to find the right words to say it. Lovely. I was waiting. Not just waiting for her, waiting for everyone to come back. Everyone is in the people who worked at the lab. Increase strength. I wonder if something I have on me that can increase strength. Mystery dish. My options are not great. I feel like we just go Caesar salad. Or we just abandon this. That's fine too. Exactly. How many people would that be? 10 or so in total. Do you know where they went? Somewhere far away. They needed to go to learn more about eyesight energy. But you don't know the exact place? I don't. I just know it's far from the lab. Maureen. Tsunebi talked with our eyes closed. Do you think those people will come back? I don't know. Moon answer came loud and clear. But if I'm not there waiting for them when they come back, nobody could tell whether they really came back or not. Really come back, huh? Tsunebi didn't understand. Moeen didn't explain further. To unlock, visit the empty town. Cook a meal. Any meal? That's fine. What do we need? We need strength. Koi. Do we have anything that's like really good for strength though? Wait, flour, brown sugar. Wow. We'll just do this, I guess. Yeah, that's fine. Goodbye. You can drop me here. Marine said that all of a sudden while they were riding. She had never directed the girls toward any particular road in the first place. Rise and shine. Oh, egg! Is there something here? I guess. Brown sugar, mackerel, cocoa powder, leave. I guess. How you doing, egg? How you doing, buddy? Marine's way of glancing around didn't make her sound very confident. However, Nakomi and Sumabi decided not to question her decision. Thank you for the ride. What are you going to do? Yeah, considering if something's not looking at you, if no one's looking at you, you just disappear. It's not a good idea to be dropped off alone. What are you gonna do? Nothing new. I'll just hang around by myself until I eventually disappear. You won't go back to the lab? I could. But I think I've been there long enough. Yeah. Maybe I will, if I feel like it. So like it's not immediate. So like you have like a few hours. Nakomi, oh. If you see me around, come and say hello. Assuming I haven't disappeared yet. After that short goodbye, Marine walked away. Damn. Alright, cook a meal. We have cocoa powder, brown sugar. We'll go mackerel and onions. I don't want a Caesar salad. Cocoa powder and mackerel for sashimi because everyone knows. Or sashimi, because everyone knows that's how. I wonder if we did the right thing. Huh? What do you mean? I mean, dropping her there. Whatever she was looking for definitely looked like it wasn't there. Yeah, go guess. But she was the one who asked for us to drop her there. Thanks for the look, egg. True, we didn't have any reason to stop her either. I mean, other than this suicidalness to it, but I guess pessimism's kind of a true thing here. Would you have liked it better if she stayed with us on our journey? Oh, that's a new building. I could. After thinking for a while, Sunubi came to the conclusion it wouldn't have worked out too well. Probably not. We'll leave that for now. I'm already surprised things have been fine between the two of us for so long. Why the surprise? It's the power of love. I think it's the power of you just not having a single care in the world. Really? Could be. Susumi tried imagining what Maureen was going to do. Maybe she simply wanted to go to a place she didn't know, and that was why she had asked them for a ride. A ride to an empty, unfamiliar place where she could disappear in silence. Oh damn it, immediately. You unlocked the topic, the flying rocket. I thought it said frying pan rocket. Main episode 3. What you want to do? Why is that a red exclamation point? COC, Nakomi. Yeah? Don't you have anything you want to do? What? I guess I want to stuff myself with ramen. Didn't know you were a big ramen fan. Nah, I just feel like it right now. It's gonna force me to go through main episode 3. Dude, I still need to finish main episode 1. Stop progressing. That's not what I meant. We've been running here and there pretty much randomly up until now. Isn't there someone you want to go? Something you want to do? A goal you have in mind? Making that pudding. That's what we've been trying to do, right? But that's my goal. What's yours? Something I want to do. Is this something I actually want to do? Or maybe someplace you want to go? I guess I'd like to visit America. No, the fuck you don't. Let me remind you that we're traveling by bike. Then maybe a theme park, but it'd be boring with nobody else around. Yeah, natural attraction. Yeah, natural attractions would probably be just as good now, though. Like mountains, rivers, that kind of stuff. I'm not that interested, to be honest. What about temples and such? Do you want to go to a temple? Not really. Why are you asking me that then? Okay, let's see. What can we make? Do we have koi powder? No. We're close to being able to get like those new rolls. Those your sugar steam rolls. We need flour, brown sugar. We're close to being able to get that. Need one more flour. I feel like we just cook sashimi here. Sashimi. Are you bored? Well, I've been bored for months. It was just a question, no deeper meaning. Really now. It's just that, you know, traveling without a goal for so long can get tiring. Are you tired then? Me? Not particularly. But I was worried you were getting bored. No, I'm fine. Just riding the bike is fun enough. I see. Look for tools. Bam. That's one. So 2 would be bam. 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 2. 4 would be bam. Bam. 4. So 3 would be bam, bam. We can just have a tent? Hold up. Double brown sugar is an actual recipe? Wait, hold up, what? Oh, brown sugar cookie. Oh! I see. What do you do with the tent? Oh, the tent might just be for like, it might be for nights. Can we let go of the gas a little bit? Oh. We'll go this way. You should learn to be a bit more honest with your feelings. Just say what you feel. What? The journey's end? No, I refuse to believe that. We need sweet rice balls, which is sweet beans and rice. Okay. So we just need to look for rice. Mackerel and onion. No. Cocoa. Sashimi. Sure. Sure. Oh, more sweet beans. Yeah, we can speed up. Pick up this. Go! We'll delete this. We'll throw away this. We got a recipe. Yes. Okay. Wait. So we need sweet beans, rice. This is sweet rice ball. Eat. If we're gonna keep traveling forever, without a goal, maybe it'd be better to just disappear already. Do you ever think that? No! Huh? No, not at all. Sure, it can get boring, and even difficult at times. But these are the fun parts. Such as riding the bike. Oh, I need yummy stuff. I've been getting better at cooking lately. You're improving, I must admit that. One step at a time, getting closer to becoming the pudding pro I need to be. That part I'm not too sure about. Say, Nakomi, you don't have to force yourself to be with me. It was as if the words didn't want to leave her mouth. She wasn't sure if Nakomi had even heard her, but she replied without skipping a beat. I'm not forcing anything. Yo, I'm actually gonna kill one of these. I'm with you because it's fun. Of course, knowing I'd disappear if I were alone is part of it But the fun things you mentioned. Writing, cooking. You could also be doing those things by yourself. But it wouldn't be as fun. I'd have no one to talk to, and I'd have to eat all by myself, too. Beans, cabbage, flour, leaf. Okay, what do we need? We have sweet beans. I would like to potentially have cabbage, or at least a second thing flour. Can we make anything new? I feel like we take the salmon. Oh, that's rough. I don't. I feel like we have one of them. We'll do onion, flour. And then we'll just kill one of the sweet beans. Sumibi, do you want to disappear? I just don't know. So maybe relaxed her grip on Nikomi and looked at the road ahead. I just wonder. I wonder how long this journey will continue. I really don't want it to end, because I feel like I missed so much, and I kind of want to see if I can still get that dialogue. Because I feel like I missed out. Cook, do we even have mandolin? What is mandolin? Oh, mandolin. Flour and egg. Do you wish our journey would end sooner rather than later? I'm not sure about that either. But I don't like sequels made after a story has already run out of ideas. Oh. Even if the sequel is kinda boring, I just like seeing the characters I love. I'm not surprised. I get what you mean though. I get what you mean though. We just have different tastes, priorities, whatever you want to call it. Yep, that's true. We're pretty much the opposite types. Bop! Hello! DVD skill check. And hello, hello, hello! Welcome in, welcome in. Hello, EyeAmADisaster. I'm an aquatic call YouTuber. Hello, welcome in. How are you? What were you doing? How was it? Let me give y'all the commands so they'll read. Slash. Shout out, Puff. How are you? What were you playing? What were you doing? Bam. We'll do slash SO at Puffscape. What clip shows up? Painting? Oh, lovely.
And I will see.
Oh, wait, this is
Yo,
correct for
Victor,
you.
can you give me a second? I gotta reload my
How
gun.
many more will have to die?
Just give me a second, okay?
Headphones
Alright,
off.
I know, like we just got here and you really wanna show me what that tentacle do, but like, give me a couple minutes, okay?
Okay. Saw the clip thing ended. Lovely. Hello, 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 hello. I'm the Quadrical VTuber. If you know Puff, you're probably familiar with my existence. But for those who aren't, hello. For those on my end, if you're not already familiar with Prof is good friend. Prof is someone I have known since I started streaming on Twitch. You probably already know him, but if you don't already, show him some love. And for those on Prof's end, we are currently playing a game called Girls Made Pudding. Object Permanence the game, as I've been randomly calling it, because the whole concept is that if someone leaves your site for too long, they fucking disappear. It's Object Permanence the game. Lovely little lo-fi game about cooking and, you know, managing resources. We've reached an area where I'm really worried because I missed a lot of like things in other chapters because I kept on going for like side quest things. I'm very worried it's going to end it, which might suck, but I'm hoping it continues. I do not want this to end. Prof, if you need to rest, eat, drink, do whatever you need to do after your stream, thank you for leaving my community in my very incapable hands. But if you don't mind hanging around for a bit, please tell me, well, you already told me what you were doing, so I'm just gonna skip that part. I hope the painting went well. Alright. Boop. Pretty much opposite types. Did I scan this? Boop. I have a screaming headache. I'm going to bed. Enjoy. Thank you, thank you, thank you. I had classmates who were kind of like you, but I usually avoided them. I can imagine, yeah. That's why I'm saying you don't need to stick around if you don't want to. No. Yeah, what did you think? You said something very weird to the cynical friend. In the end, I'm glad I met you. Now I understand how people like you think. A little bit at least. Me? I'm not sure about that. Sumibi knew next to nothing about Nikomi. They've been traveling together for months, but that hadn't changed much. She'd also been frequenting the cafe where she worked for years. She'd been served by Nikomi a few times as well. But despite all that, she still didn't know much about her. They were only together by coincidence. Everyone else in the cafe that day had disappeared. And so they were traveling together. That was the only reason. With such a feeble coincidence bringing it together, how long could this duo last? And if it was destined to end, what would that end look like? As the bike's engine hummed in her ears, Sumimi envisioned many different scenarios. Not a single one of them had a happy ending. We'll leave right now. We'll come back to that. Unlock new topic. Mistake. Cook any meal? Okay, sure. Simple enough. We will just... I'm not making a Caesar salad. I just realized also, I'm still blocking shit. There we go. I just really don't want to cook a Caesar salad. Any other salad's fine, just not Caesar. Yeah, we'll do this. Examine inside. Yep, that's gonna give us a fish, which means We can just double up one fish, cook sashimi, and... Hey. Wasn't there someone at the bus stop? Huh? I didn't see anyone. Oh, god damn it, are you schizophrenic too? Maybe I just made a mistake, but... The person I saw... kinda looked like you know me. Oh. You definitely made a mistake. Did I, though? No way she'd be there. And also... even assuming she was... Oh, koi powder's really good for us, actually. I feel like we can throw away fuel. I'm not really using it. I don't want to cook. I feel like I could just cook koi. Yeah, we'll just cook koi. Be done with it. Even assuming she was, I wouldn't want to go and approach her. What? You don't want to see your crush? What's the point of that? Huh? That's Sumibi? You're sure you don't want to go back? We could go check the bus stop again. No need to, really. Really? But... really? Oh, that's interesting. Nakomi completely stopped the bike. Let's say it wasn't Yunomi though. Wouldn't it still be worth it to talk to them? Not really. I think we should focus on finding a place to sleep for tonight. Nakomi got off the bike. Come on, what would be the point in talking to her? It's impossible anyway. Sunibi followed Nakomi. I am butchering these names every time I say them. And got off the bike too. I bet you got it wrong. You made a mistake. Definitely. Even as she said that, Shinobi had already torn back to retrace the steps. The road was straight, but she couldn't see the bus stop. Confused, Sunibi looked back at the bike once again. The bike still was where they left it. But Nakomi was gone. Nakomi? She called for her, but there was no reply. The wind blew. But Nakomi was gone. Sumibi was gone. But Nakomi was gone. The bike engine was idly running all by itself. Fuck. I think I know where I fucked up. I don't want to believe that's like the only ending though. Hold up, there has to be more. There is more. Okay. So, I think... Sorry, I'm gonna make myself bigger here. I think where I fucked up in that run was I wasn't able to complete the full of episode 1 before we gained access to episode 2, so then it forced me into episode 2. And that was an issue. So when it put us into episode 2, I accidentally activated a side quest with the character, and then it gave us episode 3. And that is where I think everything got messed up. Because I refuse, because I don't have the achievement that says complete all episodes. So that implies I didn't complete. I reached episode 3, but I didn't complete it. And I just don't like that. Because this game's I like this game so far. So we're gonna come back to it on Saturday, and we're gonna do another run. Yeah, that's what we're gonna do. We're gonna come back to you Saturday. We're gonna do another run, and we're gonna try to complete all the episodes. We're not gonna let this. Wait, does this have a save feature? Or... Oh, it does have save feature. Okay. What's it gonna put me? Oh. Wait. It's not gonna put me in another run. It's gonna... So, mistake is the... Okay, this is so weird. Hold up, I'm gonna reposition myself and we're gonna figure this out. So... Coastal Road 2... Oh, it gives us multiple. Okay. Okay, wait. There's... We can salvage this. Meat, vegetable, flour, meat, vegetable, fish. Okay, flour... Meats... I don't have that. Okay, wait, so we need to find... that. Because cafe and baked pudding. We can also do fried rice for now. Because fried rice is also... See what I can cook up. I'm so bad at making fried rice, it always clumps together. By the way, tell me more about that pudding. Yes! Okay, so now we're locked in like more main episode 1 quests. Lovely. What's this all of a sudden? I just want to know more about you. I gave you the full explanation like five times already. I forgot it. Shinibi starts explaining what she knew about the pudding for the 6th time since they started traveling together. I think the cafe's menu read baked pudding or something like that. You know, for it being your favorite dish, I would assume you would know, for sure. I see. It came on a silver dish with just the pudding on it. It looked handmade. Uh-huh. The caramel sauce was on the bitter side. The pudding was firm and the flavor was pretty eggy. And it was good. Anything else? That's it. You know what that sounds like? Right? Like a normal pudding. Because it was a normal pudding. Didn't have anything special, like a secret ingredient or something. It didn't. Oh, well, if it did, I wouldn't have known about it. Come on, I need some more information here. That's literally all there is to it. I already told you. We're gonna 3, bam, bam, 3, 4. That's 4, so 2, 2, there we go. Salmon. We're gonna throw away this. That's literally all there is to it. I already told you. And I'll keep asking until we find a breakthrough. Nakomi looked up at the empty sky. Isn't that the whole point? We're traveling so you can eat that pudding again? You got hot chocolate recipe. Cook taco. To cook taco, we need this. Why are tacos so good? They're so addicting for some reason because they're tacos. The Cafe CCC, a place so distant now. So maybe used to be a regular there. She'd been going there for at least 3 years. Nakomi happened to be working as a waitress there. Out of all the waitresses at Cafe CCC, all the waitresses at Cafe CCC were waitresses. However, it wasn't a maid cafe per se, or so they said. So maybe and Nakomi knew each other by sight only. They first spoke to each other on that fabled day when the people disappeared. Since then, they've been traveling together, like this, just because. Destiny can be weird, huh? We sure did. That's not the right response. I never thought we'd be like this for so long. Me neither. I thought we'd find someone as soon as we left the city. That's good. We have so much fucking fish. We do not need this much fish. But so much for that, Nakomi added, laughing. So maybe it meant that she thought she wouldn't last as friends for so long. So maybe it meant that she thought she wouldn't last as so long. But she decided she didn't need to correct Naomi. Unpun bread recipe. Oh. Sushimi. True that. The two kept traveling on a long, empty road. There's nobody in sight. Cook a meal. We're just gonna cook. Tsushimi wanted to have that pudding one more time. Nakomi had asked her what she wanted to do now that the world had changed. That was all that Tsushimi could come up with. She hadn't seen him come out though through this door. She didn't come out through that's the only door. At the time they were in the middle of what? At the time they were in the middle of an empty, silent city. Nothing moving except for time. Oh, wait, that's right. We're just gonna throw that away. So maybe's wish was that is what set them into motion. They took the bike and started their journey. I wish I'd tried it out when I could. Didn't you get to eat the stuff in the kitchen during breaks? Wow, well, that's useful. We did, but I just never thought of having the pudding. That's so real, though. You'd think you'd bake a bunch of them at once, and the staff would eat the leftovers. Maybe. Never saw it happen, though. That's not how restaurants work, at least in America. It usually just gets thrown out. Usually my shift ended way before closing. And they wouldn't let you into the kitchen, I assume? Of course they'd let me in. I was in the kitchen a couple of times. And you broke most of the plates every single time, right? Ooh, rice is good. Rice is actually really good. We don't need tomato. We'll just throw away tomato. Hey, you're making me sound worse than I actually was. I mean, you have a reputation, own up to it. Despite the teasing, Susimi could actually remember what Noki looked like while walking. She should have seen her a few times being a regular, but she only had a faint memories of her. She had forgotten most of everything about the cafe, except for the maid she liked so much. Even that pudding, how much did she actually remember correctly? How much had she already forgotten? Could it be that her memories were too vague to ever properly compare it to any other pudding? But despite that, the two kept traveling so that she could have another taste. After that, they didn't have anything better to do. So we need to visit. Do we really? Well, let's make tempura. Let's scavenge for resources. Give me milk. Give me the cabbage. We can leave. Let me... Shh, I feel like I'm gonna regret that, but you know... Use. Force wood. Oh, cook any meal. Okay, lovely, I won't regret that. Do we have anything for strength? So we can do sashimi. We'll do sweet rice bowl. I don't want to use my rice. I'm actually just so cool with doing mystery dish. Yeah, I'm so cool with doing mystery dish. Soon we heard a small sound behind her, like a faraway explosion. Oh. What was that? Oh, what was what? Sounded like Nakomi hadn't heard it. Yep, because you're still schizophrenic. Sumibe turned around and saw a white line in the sky. It looked like smoke, but it was too high up. I wish I could see. It was more like an airplane's trail. What do you think that is? Oh, what could it be? A rocket or something? Sure, Malk's worth it. No way, it's a rock. Then, you know, we could... Before Tsunubi could finish her sentence, there was another explosion sound. Interesting. It was much clearer and louder this time around. Something shot up into the sky right after it. It was still too far away to tell at this distance. It was a little dot in the blue. But sure enough, it kept rising, leaving a white trail behind it. Sure. 3, wham, wham, 3, 1, 1, 1, 1, 1, 1, the one's there. 2, 2, 2, 2, 2's there, which leaves this has to be 4. Oh, egg is actually big. Yeah, hold up, we throw away this. And we get egg. Yes! That's good. Up and eventually reached the clouds and exploded. It is a rocket. The third explosion wasn't as loud as the one before it, but both of the girls heard it. I don't think I want to search for ingredients. I think I'm good with like the range of ingredients that we have right now. See, it was a rocket. Nakomi spoke with confidence. The girls decided they'd try to reach the place that the rocket had been launched from. The reasoning was that rockets don't usually launch themselves spontaneously. You're so right. There must have been people launching it. Maybe those people even launched a rocket to announce the location. So does that mean I have to turn back? Or just hit us on the place? Well, before we... Nakomi and Sumibi had to start moving towards the trail in the sky before it dissipated entirely. They rode the bike into a forest on a mountain road. Oh, do I need to go mountain? Sumibi looked around skeptically. Would anyone ever willingly take a road like this? To unlock, examine hut. Where is hut found? On mountain road. If we're looking for... Maybe we have to find this organically? I mean, well, that looks like a mountain inside one of the places that we could just casually find, so let's just ride until we find it, I guess. Oh, we'll ride until we need to sleep. On the coastal road. Try to just continue going until we can get off of it to the mountain road. We gotta examine an old hut. 'Cause that's the quest line we're on. See how far we can get. Just to make sure I can use the tent, right? Yes. So we're gonna have that as a backup. It's good to have. I kind of don't want to lose it. So Examine a hut. Is that for hunger? That's probably for hunger. Cool, 5 guys. Examine the old hut. Which is this would be the hut? Moving towards the rocket's launching pad point led to the 2 girls to a small cabin. It was an old wooden cabin. They couldn't see any light or people inside. However, there was sand piled up in front of the entrance. On the sand, there were footsteps. Do you think there's someone inside? It would look like that. Sumibi didn't know what to do. She wasn't sure about proper manners for visiting someone's house during the apocalypse. She couldn't ring the doorbell since there was no electricity. Should she just start with shouting? Should she just go inside and start looking for more people? She stood there thinking about the best course of action. Excuse me! Nakomi just shouted at the top of her lungs. It was sudden and loud enough to startle Sumibi. What if the person inside is dangerous? We could just run for it. Maybe there's a whole gang of borderers inside. Promise you won't hold it against me if we get killed. I'll promise I'll haunt you for eternity. The girls waited for a bit, but not a single sound came from the hut. Excuse me, is anyone there? Nakomi tried once again. I think there's no one there. That rocket looked like it came from here though. I don't see any of the houses around. Suddenly, there was a loud sound. It didn't seem to come from inside the hut itself. I have to make a new voice. Fuck. What? What? Seriously? On a small path in the hut's shadow leading to the far side of it, there stood a woman who was now staring at them. She asked the girls to give her a ride just for a bit, and the two made some space in the sidecar for her. Topic: the woman in the hut. Cook a meal. We're gonna set up camp for tonight if we can. Ooh. Actually, you know what we're gonna do? We're gonna use this. You know, before we just... But, you know, too much gain into tonight. We don't wanna... We got a papayaki mako. Main episode 2, the sea. Here, wait, let me pause the ads because we're at a stopping point. Hold up. I'm gonna snooze. We're gonna snooze them. There we go. I'm not gonna go any further tonight. We're gonna pick this up Sunday. And then we're gonna continue with main episode 2. Hopefully. Hopefully it doesn't make us go through 3 again. Because 3 just kind of kills us, I've noticed. Alright. Hello. Thank you all so much for watching this lovely little stream that I have done. It's been a lot of fun. I thoroughly enjoy this game. Its atmosphere, it's nice, its story is interesting. It's overall just a fucking really neat game. There you go, windowed, so yeah, we'll do windowed so that the music still plays when I'm out of focus. No. Okay. Because I need to go look at this. But thank you all so much for watching. Thank you all so much for stopping by. Prof, thank you so much for the raid. I'll be back Thursday with Reanimorph with Blue. We'll be doing fun things there. Who am I throwing you all at? I saw Neffy's little tag come up live, so we might throw you guys at Neffy. Neffy is not showing up on my feed, so I guess maybe I read a Steam notification. It does. I really like it. It's been a while since I've played like a neat little lo-fi game like this, which I'm calling this a lo-fi game because it just feels like one. And I don't typically like lo-fi games. They have to have a really good story. So, the story interests me. It interests me a lot. There's so much mystery to it. It's probably the mystery. In this case, I'm gonna throw y'all at Kitty Shock. For those on the YouTube side, stream is going to end as soon as I raid. I appreciate everyone who stopped by on the YouTube side, who was locking in there. I saw earlier that we have had some concurrent viewers on that side, so thank you so much. For the Twitch side, thank you all so much who chatted and stayed by and chat for me. Thank you everyone who talked to me in the stream, and thank you so much for all the locals who supported me through their presence. I appreciate you all. I can't wait to hopefully see you all in the future. I'll be live Thursday at 6 p.m. EST for Reanimal with Blue, and I wish you all a lovely, lovely night. As always, be nice, don't be an asshole, and follow Kitty's rules, which is 3 me saying the same exact thing, but I say it 3 times because I can't trust y'all. Goodbye.
Oh, this one. I
Run away!
I thought the plant was a hostile entity.
Oh shit.